there are two major ideas you are going to have at the beginning of this week. And these two major ideas that you are going to have are going to be completely different. These two things are going to be about two completely different things in your life. So when it comes to this first idea, which is going to be rather important, it's to do with something, it's to do with this problem, it's to do with this issue. It's to do with something that has been giving you so much stress lately, my gorgeous Sagittarini. So you are going to have this brilliant idea when it comes to this problem that caused you so much stress lately. And this particular problem, you know, for some reason, I can see that it's not only connected to you, but it's connected to somebody else, and it's maybe connected to the group of people, for example. So maybe this is to do with something that it's not only affecting you, and there are other people that are kind of affected by this. And this particular problem, this particular idea that you are going to have when it comes to this problem, it's going to come to you the moment in time you talk to somebody about it, because this is how it's all going to start. You're going to be talking to somebody, whether this is going to be your friend, whether this is going to be your partner. I can see you talking to somebody and opening up about this problem, which is ever so important, especially in your case, because you will decide to open up to somebody about this problem that caused you stress lately. I see lots of stress, you know, about this particular issue. Because you decided to open up about it, okay, you will see the conversation is going to start flowing. And that person who you're going to be talking to, it's not going to be the one who is going to give you this idea, how to resolve this problem. This idea is just going to come to you while you're talking to this person. So it's going to come from you. So this is another sign why it's so important to kind of talk about our problems, talk about our issues, you know, in life, especially when it comes to the right people, to the people who are very close to us, to the people that, you know, can understand every aspect of our lives, and to those people who makes us feel good about ourselves. So this is why this is going to be so important. So this idea is going to, how to resolve this problem, how to resolve this issue in your life, it's going to come to you, you know, while you are talking about it, while you are discussing, you know, while you're discussing this problem, this issue, and then suddenly, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't realize this before. This is exactly what am I going to do? And then it's going to mean to you even more. So it's just going to come to you like completely out of blue, like literally. And then it's going to be even better, because that particular person who you're going to be talking to about that problem, it's instantly going to confirm this to you. Not that you need any confirmation, you know, but this is, you are going to come up with such a clever, such a smart, such an intelligent resolution when it comes to this particular problem. And you know, all you need to understand is that you just need to be persistent. It is not about you having an idea which is like really just going to end this problem overnight, for example. Sadly, it is not going to happen. But this particular idea is most certainly going to be the beginning of an unfoldment, okay, of this particular issue, you know, resolving itself. So all you need to understand right now is that you need to take this very seriously, and you need to be persistent about it, because you know you must not allow this to put you off. Like, oh my God, it's not going to come to an end straight away, but it's going to lead towards this problem being resolved and coming to an end within the next few weeks. Within the next few weeks, this problem is literally going to come to an end. So that's why I have got like a ridiculously strong indication that you need to be so persistent about this idea. And this is also telling me that, you know, maybe you're going to think like this is going to be a bit hard, or maybe you're going to even have moments where you're going to think that this may not work. No, baby, no. You really need to focus on this. This is very important, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. And also, I need to say this, when it comes to numerology, your number for this particular week, it's number 18. And that means that you are going to realize that you need to take a risk. You need to take a risk. When it comes to this week in general, if there is any aspect of your life you're going to be thinking about in this particular way where you need to take a risk with something, you know, this is your clear indication that you should do it. You should take a risk because it's going to lead towards like a very kind of positive, ridiculously positive outcome. And there is also going to be a really nice a little surprise you're going to have. So I can see you really thinking really intensely about something, like taking some kind of a risk right before the end of this week. I can see you thinking like how you want to take some kind of a risk, you know, it's making a certain step, making a certain move. You will know what this is. You will know what this is because this is to do with something you have been thinking about for absolute ages. And here, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you have literally your answer, that this risk is something you should most certainly take. Not only this, whatever you're going to be thinking about seriously, not only this is going to work really kind of successfully for you, but you are really going to have such a pleasant surprise because this risk you are going to be thinking about taking, it's also going to provide you with a brand new path very, very soon. Like 2 or 3 days after that moment in time, there is going to be a very interesting message you are going to have, very interesting information. And this information, it's gonna make you feel so good, and it's gonna make you feel so excited because you are about to find yourself on the brand new path, my gorgeous Sagittarini. You did not plan, you did not think about whatsoever. And this is when your life is gonna start becoming very, very interesting indeed. So going back to the first part of this week, so when it comes to this idea, when it comes to something that's making you feel really stressed and really worried lately, most certainly this idea, as I said, you should take very, very seriously indeed. And also, at around the beginning of this week, I quite like this because you are going to have some kind of accomplishment at around the beginning of this week. Okay, and this is going to make you feel really happy. It's going to make you feel really good, and it's also going to give you like so much confidence. And that particular confidence you're going to feel at that moment in time, it's actually going to open your eyes, and you're going to realize what exactly you want to do. When you have this accomplishment, you know, because of this accomplishment, you are going to realize what do you want to do so badly, and you're going to become so active right now at this stage of your life. You're going to become really energetic, you're going to become really active, and the fact that, you know, the moment in time you became aware of this accomplishment that you are going to have, the fact that you're going to start feeling so confident, oh my God, this confidence, it's like your own spiritual key which is about to unlock this door. You must, most certainly, you need to walk through, my gorgeous Sagittarini. So you are going to realize exactly what do you want to do next, and it's based on that accomplishment. And this is going to make you feel really excited. This is to do with your desires. You're going to realize what you want to do, and you're going to become so active. And because it's about this idea, now we are talking, baby. This is the second idea I was telling you about at the beginning of this week. I told you first idea is going to be about this stress, about this problem, and the second idea, it's going to be about what do you want to do next. And you're going to feel so like kind of active right now. You're going to feel so excited, and you're going to have so much on your mind. And again, when it comes to this idea, I mean, come on, this is going to be so, like, look at this. It just came to me when it comes to this idea. My gorgeous Sagittarini, I'm just going to take quickly an oracle card. It just came to me to take an oracle card out. Okay. When it comes to this idea, how important this is going to be for you. Oh my God, it's no joke, honestly. Do you see what your oracle card is? Do you see what your oracle card is, my gorgeous Sagittarini? Oh my God, prosperity. What can I say? what can I say? And I was so drawn to take these oracle cards. You know, I was so drawn to take these oracle cards because I knew it, that I'm going to have a direct and clear answer, you know, about what this idea is going to be leading towards. Okay, so I need you to take this very, very seriously indeed. So it's all going to start the moment in time you have this accomplishment here. Okay, the moment in time you have this accomplishment, the fact that you're gonna become instantly so elevated and so confident, and your confidence is going to be this key which is going to unlock this door, which is gonna be leading towards this prosperity. Oh my God, so this idea is going to be really, really important for you, my go-to Sagittarini, indeed. And by the time also, I have a very strong indication. Please drink only water. Drink only water. You need to drink as much water as you possibly can throughout this week. It's going to make you feel so much better. Okay? Avoid sugar at all costs. It's just so important because, especially when it comes to this week, I can see this sensitivity when it comes to sugar. Okay? And when it comes to like a sugary food, for example, and when it comes to like drinks, you know, like juices, you know, squashes and things like that, just try to avoid everything, and try, if you're not, you know, and try to stick to water, because I think that things like this, like sugar, it's gonna make like kind of an impact, a really negative impact on your body, especially when it comes to this week. So this is what I really need you to avoid at all costs if you possibly can. And also, my go-to Sagittarini, at around the mid of this week, you know, this is going to be a quite busy week for you, there is no doubt about it, because at around the midweek there is going to be such an important news you're going to have, and this important news is that you are going to have now. My God, do you know what? Sorry, I just need to say this. Things are about to start happening for you. Do you know? Things are about to start moving forward for you right now. And this time of your life, you really need to be as open-minded as you possibly can. Okay? Because now, at this stage of your life, it's time to come out of your comfort zone. At around the midweek, you're going to have this important news. You will know what this important news is, because this in itself, it's going to instantly liberate you. It's going to instantly set you free. And because you will know, because of this news that you are going to have, you will finally be able to move on with your life. Okay, and you will be able to avoid unnecessary conflicts in life as well. And whatever this important news is going to be about, this is going to mean to you so much, because it has been limiting you. This has been limiting you. Okay, so this is why this is going to be so important. So it has been limiting you in so many different ways, and I can even describe it as like a limited success. Maybe you had a limited success in life because you were waiting for this information, you see, my go-to Sagittarini. So that's why this is so important, and you are gonna make such a significant decision. Okay, you will be able to make a rather important decision here. So an important news will be leading towards you being able to make an important decision, and that decision, it's all going to be about you clearly understanding what you are doing, because you will be moving forward with your life. That's exactly what's going to be on your mind. And I know that you're also going to be talking to somebody, or you're going to be thinking about somebody. You're going to be talking to somebody who you really trust after that moment in time. You will be again talking to somebody who you really trust, and that particular, about what actually happened, and you're going to be so excited. You're going to be really happy. As you're going to be talking to that particular person, you know, this particular person, it's really kind of going to inspire you to actually make a really big change in your life. and that in itself, it's like kind of gonna be a lot about, you will be talking a lot about things that you have been really unhappy in your life about, and things like that. So there are certain things which are going to come to the surface here, there's no doubt about it. But the bottom line is that you will be talking to this person who is very close to you after that moment in time, and this person is really going to motivate you, and it's going to inspire you to to start making big changes in your life, and you are gonna really have enough of those things in life that have been making you feel uncomfortable and rather unhappy lately as well. So this is all gonna lead towards you becoming, so determined to change your life. But especially when it comes to, deciding to make like a really big changes, and especially when it comes to those things that have been making you feel kind of unhappy for a while. I think that a lot has been on your mind, my gorgeous Sagittarini. A lot has been on your mind over the last couple of years. I think that you've been going through a lot on one hand, but then on another hand, I think that lots of things have been kind of paused and slowed down, and you felt lots of things were like on some kind of a hold. Now this is slowly but surely coming to an end, because it's a lot to do with your karma. There are certain things you had to do, there are certain things you had to go over, there are certain things you needed to experience in this time in between, and this is why this stage of your life is going to be so significant. By the time you get to the last part of this week, you see, you really are going to kind of, this is amazing, because you are going to realize something in your life having so much potential, to take on the next level. There is something that you are going to realize that was always there, that was always around you. Maybe you have been seeing this on daily basis, but because this is happening at a time where you are literally just liberated yourself. You liberated yourself at the beginning of this week, at around the midweek. All this is bringing you this beautiful liberation, which means that you're going to feel free to do what you want to do. I'm not saying that you weren't free to do what you want to do before, but it's just when you feel things, on a completely different level, that this is coming from somewhere else. You will feel like you're guided because you're realigning yourself, with your spirit, with your soul. And that's why things are going to start feeling different, and that's including those things that you're actually seeing on a daily basis, but you just never kind of maybe paid attention to because you weren't ready. So there is something that has been part of your life for like a very long time. For example, something that you see or come across like every day. Now suddenly you're going to realize this potential, and this is really like, oh my God, I can't believe this. There is so much potential here. I can do so much with this. You know what I mean? So much potential. And then even more so, you're really going to be inspired here. You're really going to inspire. This is really, again, going to inspire you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and you will be thinking about it. You will be thinking about it a lot, and you're going to even go into this hermit mode, and you're going to have all sorts of insights about whatever inspired you in the first place, wherever you realize this potential and you kind of never realized before because it wasn't the right time and you simply weren't ready. And at the time when you go into this hermit mode, oh my God, they're going to be like synchronicities. Like, again, this is the crazy time of synchronicities. You need to trust me. You need to follow this. You need to make the most of it. Your synchronicities and your signs are the best guidance you can possibly have. You just need to trust your intuition, and you are going to be, you're going to find yourself at such an amazing stage in your life. So you are going to go into this hermit mode, and you're going to be thinking about this inspiration and this potential, and you are going to have all sorts of synchronicities. But the synchronicities are, to make it even more interesting, these synchronicities are going to come up, are going to start showing at the moment in time when you start contemplating and start thinking, start contemplating. You will see there are going to be some kind of mind-blowing synchronicities you're going to see. You're going to have, and this is really kind of going to confirm things to you in such a specific way that maybe you couldn't even explain it to anybody else, especially not to those people who are not spiritual, bless them, whatsoever. So this is going to be important to say. When it comes to this inspiration, and when it comes to where you're going to realize its potential, things are going to start changing really fast when it comes to this. Okay, this is going to bring a really big turnaround in your life, and something is going to happen so quick. And what you also need to understand, that when it comes to this inspiration and when it comes to this potential, thank God that I'm seeing you taking this very seriously, and there is something really specific that you will do here. There is something really specific that you will go to find out, explore. You will find out, you will want to explore, and you will want to find out a little bit further, and you're gonna have lots of confirmations about this when it comes to you, like kind of exploring. And the more you explore, the more sense this is gonna make. The more you explore this, the more happier you're gonna feel. The more you explore this, the more passionate you're going to feel, my gorgeous Sagittarini. It's gonna be impossible to ignore the way you're gonna feel. And you know why? It's not only about you exploring and finding out more about it. It's just all these informations that are gonna come to you. How good, how brilliant, how amazing this is actually going to be for you. But it's also what I find absolutely fascinating here. Not only you are going to have like a really you just need to take this really seriously, and in like about a couple of weeks time already, from the end of this week, in a couple of weeks time already, you are going to have such an important opportunity, such a major opportunity, and it's going to be connected to this. This opportunity is going to be major. And just remember that all this is going to happen super fast, super quick. That's why you need to take this very seriously. Not only you're going to have a major opportunity to do this in like about, or to take this on the next level, definitely connected to this, in like about 2 weeks time, but this is going to be ridiculously rewarding for you. And there is a major victory which is going to come, major recognition and a major victory which is going to come through this. So that's why I need you to take this very, very seriously indeed. So now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, I'm just gonna see what's gonna be an additional tarot card message when it comes to this week. Okay, so this is it. You're also going to feel really spiritual, and I think that you are going to find yourself, my gorgeous Sagittarini, doing something you haven't done in absolute ages. It doesn't necessarily have to be or need to be something that is spiritual, but it could be also something that you haven't done in a long time. Maybe you weren't using your certain skill. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you like paintings, maybe you're an artist, let's say, and you like painting, and you haven't done any painting in absolute years, in a long time, and now suddenly you have this need, you have this urge to paint. This is actually a really great sign that, something really negative in your life is coming to an end. So you're going to find yourself being creative with something you haven't been creative with in absolute ages. So this is either to do with a certain skill of yours, like I just mentioned, or it's, for example, to do with, something spiritual. And what is also worth to pay attention at around the time when that happens, which ideas you are having, which ideas you are going to have, because there are going to be some amazing ideas as well that you shouldn't ignore whatsoever. And you see also, my gorgeous Sagittarini, this is brilliant, because you are going to have such a positive experience, and this positive and beautiful, gorgeous experience you are going to have this week, it's also going to be involving some other people in your life, and you will be really kind of enjoying yourself. But also there is a very specific information you're going to find out, something really important, and this information is going to open your eyes, and it's also like kind of going to make you realize that there are certain things you want to do that some of these people are doing, who you're gonna have like kind of like a fun with or whatever. There is something, there are a couple of things that you will want to do, that you will also want to kind of to become part of your life, and you should definitely do it. You should definitely do this, because you are also going to, through that, you are going to find out something so interesting about yourself you never knew. For example, what you feel connected to. And also, this is a perfect time, my gorgeous Sagittarini, just to be a little bit careful with money. Okay, be a little bit careful with money, like don't overspend, because very soon there are going to be some big changes you will be going through, so the actual money in your life is going to be really handy. But also, on another hand, I just need you to be really careful again, because if you are trying to sign some kind of a contract this week, if you are trying to sign something that may be so difficult to kind of get out of, or something that you can't get out of whenever you want, I just need you to be careful. And if you can avoid anything like that, and not just do it like the week after rather than this week. But if you don't have a choice and you need to do it this week, then for the love of God, you just need to make sure that if that person who you are dealing with, or who you are signing this with, or whatever, if that person is too pushy, if that person sounds weird, if that person sounds dodgy, if that person has got like a really negative energy, or something is not right about this person, you have to avoid them at all cost. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.